Last night on Monday Night Raw, it was the final Raw of 2025 as we saw Raw escalate, we saw Raw dominate, we saw Monday Night Raw bring it to another hemisphere. And as we always do here on Sean's View, we get your review, we get your feelings. What was the match of the night for Raw last night on Netflix? The final Raw of 2025. Did the WWE impress you? Did they entertain you? Did they keep you on the edge of your seat? What was, instead of not just a match of the night, who was the superstar of the night? What was indeed the moment of the night, viewers, fans, and subscribers? Now, if you're rating Raw, and if you're looking at Raw, listen, you can do a star rating, you can do a weather rating. Was it sunny? Was it cloudy? Was it rainy? Was it dreary? Was it fire? Was it hot? Was it boring? Was it dull? Again, did the WWE do many things right? We crowned new tag team champions during the end of Raw last night. Now, what do you think about Nikki Bella reacting to paying tribute to John Cena on Raw last night? Nikki Bella doing the STF or the STFU, whichever you want to call it. Now, in my opinion, Nikki Bella, you can say what you want, you can think what you want, but damn, you cannot. You gotta admit, she looked fire. She looked fine. Nikki Bella is fine all the time, and dare I say, Nikki Bella may look better now than she did in her 20s or her 30s. And, you know, Nikki Bella isn't the worst wrestler of all time in the Divas division. I have seen worse. Let me tell you that right now. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, did you think that the Usos were going to walk away 9-time tag team champions? The tag team division seems like it is heating up on WWE television. Make no mistake about that. But, ladies and gentlemen, when you're looking at the final Raw of 2025, and you give me your rating and your review and your analysis, remember, without you, there is no Sean. If you remember to hype and like this video, it's so important to hype up the video, so important to donate, so important to become a channel member today. Also, we are receiving word according to those in the know at this time. We are receiving word with the Usos starting their 9th run as tag team champions. There is a feeling that one of the Usos are going to turn on the other one. There is a feeling that we're going to see an Usos penitentiary blow up right before our very eyes. So this tag team run may not last so long. Also, WWE has booked massive Stranger Things themed Raw on Netflix for the first Raw of 2026. So we end off the year with the last Raw of 2025 just to see the next Raw, the first Raw of 2026. And is it going to be just as entertaining? Is it going to be just as compelling? Is it going to be just as intriguing as what we got on the final Raw if you thought the final Raw was any good? Also, we saw a surprise return from the Red Brand last night. Penta made his return. Are we going to see Penta versus Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania? According to those that know, it is likely, although plans can and always do change in the WWE. We did not anticipate, we did not expect Penta to make his return last night, but that is exactly what he did, and that, quite frankly, is exactly what the world saw. Or is Penta and Rey Mysterio going to make a vie to become the #1 contenders to the tag team championships, to the tag team gold, just won by the Usos? Or are we going to see a once-in-a-lifetime tag team ladder match at WrestleMania featuring the Hardys, the Usos, and Rey Mysterio and Penta? What a match that would be. Also, the WWE is also aiming to air Obafemi hype videos, and there's a huge push coming for Obafemi in the WWE. Now, even though Stephanie Vaquer retained her Women's World title last night, I feel that Nikki Bella should have been the one to win, and Nikki Bella should have not been the one to take the pinfall last night. Also, a new member, the newest member of the Vision. Because as we witnessed last night on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, Paul Heyman confirmed the newest member of the Vision being one Austin Theory. Yes, Austin Theory. So we ran down the results, the highlights, the key moments of Monday Night Raw last night. But ladies and gentlemen, you're on Sean View Entertainment. That's not just what we say. We go above, we go further, we go beyond the call of duty. Because right here on Sean's View Entertainment, there is a big plan going on. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is a huge plan. There's a monumental plan going on behind the scenes concerning the blue brand of SmackDown. As the WWE will be locking in big 2026 plans for Jacob Fatu once he returns, once he comes back. Now, I don't know why there are a lot of people under the assumption that LA Knight was going to return last night, that LA Knight was going to be on Raw. LA Knight has been written off, and he's probably going to make a monstrous return with a major pop at the Royal Rumble extravaganza in Saudi Arabia. And how do you think the Royal Rumble is going to look? How is it going to feel in Saudi Arabia? Also, a neck almost broke. A career almost ended. Yes, you heard that right, guys. Kyle Fletcher's health status after scary spot at AEW World's End where he almost had his neck broken on AEW television. Yes, at AEW World's End in front of the damn world, in front of all the people watching in attendance that night. Eric Rowan also honored Brody Lee with an emotional tribute at a WWE live event in Rochester. As we all know, the sad death, the untimely passing of Brody Lee. Rest in peace. Speaking about untimely, speaking about unexpected, ladies and gentlemen, according to those in the know, a massive WWE star in a car wreck, crash. There was also casualties and deaths in another separate car accident. But let's get into the first car accident, the first car wreck, as it would appear as if Kevin Nash has admitted he was in a car accident recently. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to Kevin Nash. We already know that his family has been rocked with bad omens, bad luck with his son dying a year or so ago. Obviously, not the way you want to go, not what you want to hear, not what you want to feel. Kevin Nash is going through one hell of a lot. That goes to show you can have all the money in the world, but sometimes bad luck is just on your side. And we hope and wish the best to Kevin Nash, who again was in a car accident. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers. Nikki Bella grinds away in Natalia's dungeon ahead of massive WWE future. Nikki Bella doing everything she can to refine and get back to the old Bella ways of winning championships and main eventing and being the star of the show. Also, we are receiving word about William Regal calling out reckless wrestlers and wrestling after the Kyle Fletcher spot at AEW World's End. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about AEW World's End, you have to see it to believe it. And that is why William Regal has gone off about it. Also, how the WWE ultimately decides which wrestlers get to keep their indie names explained according to those in the know. This is the show of shows. This is where we expand it. This is where we give you the exclusives. This is where we give you the elusive. This is where we have no fear, because without you, there is no Sean View. This is the unapologetic, and we brash and brew it for you every single day around the clock, and I will never stop. Also, speculation running rampant online this morning or this afternoon or whatever time you're watching this video, however you're viewing this video, whether it's on a cell phone, an iPhone, a computer, a desktop, a TV, whatever it may be. Huge speculation this morning. Is Mick Foley, Mankind, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, whatever you want to call him, is Mick Foley heading to AEW after the WWE fallout over the Donald Trump controversy? Imagine if Mick Foley made it to AEW and won the AEW World Championship. Mick Foley winning the AEW World Championship. Wow. Would that be something else or what? Also, good old JR Jim Ross WWE update. The Hall of Famer, the icon, the legendary voice. Used to be of Monday Night Raw. Used to be SmackDown. JR is synonymous with WWE commentary. From the 90s to the Ruthless Aggression era to the PG era. Former WCW play-by-playman. Current AEW play-by-playman. Why Jim Ross kept coming back to WWE after being fired multiple times Jim Ross is leaking that online. Would you want to see Jim Ross return for one last hurrah in the WWE? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your expressions. Also, Maxine Dupree says online hate for her was the hardest part of her early run in WWE. What do you think about one Maxine Dupree? Also, Maxine Dupree is bringing the Intercontinental title to her wedding as she will be getting married. Well wishes go out to Maxine Dupree and hope all goes well. Hopefully, it is a positive experience. Also, Maxine Dupree torches Becky Lynch with a rent-free line amid icy title drama. Also, breaking news, guys. We got some breaking news coming at this hour. And this is one of those, it becomes one of those things that it's tough and it's hard to talk about, whether it's hospice or death or car accidents. We've lost so many wrestlers, so many legends, Hall of Famers, icons, some young, some old, many old. Ex-WWE and NWA, David Dwinell enters hospice care, viewers. Beloved pro wrestling referee and author, David Dwinell has announced he is entering hospice care following a battle with a rare and progressive condition. And our thoughts and our prayers go out to Dwinell during this hard, trying time. Also, breaking news on the Royal Rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news on the Royal Rumble. This is coming in real time. This is why we do most. Just bear with me, just bear with me for one moment, viewers. This is just coming in right now from the dirt sheets, the websites, my insiders, the people that I talk to. So, according to those that know, breaking news on a huge return for the Royal Rumble. In addition to LA Knight returning for the Royal Rumble, Mysterio has been informed that surgery will not be necessary. This is talking about Dominic Mysterio. Doctors have reportedly given him a recovery estimate of 3 to 4 weeks, putting him on track to return in time for the Royal Rumble 2026 in Saudi Arabia. Also, it has been leaked. Vince McMahon's final email to the WWE Board of Directors after his 2022 retirement released online, where he talks about a number of things like WrestleMania, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and the WWE title. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions on all of that, because without you, there is no Sean's View. Also, The Rock hurt John Cena's career. Dwayne The Rock Johnson hurt John Cena's career, says an NWO veteran. Nick Khan lied about Vince McMahon's WWE status in 2023, and a photo has leaked online about that. TNA Hall of Famer had to decline a WWE return offer, according to those that know, that being Gail Kim. Ladies and gentlemen, your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, your emotions on everything we've talked about, everything that we have brought up during this very episode, the spectacular, brash, and brazen, where the flow of the show is all about you. Subscribe.